Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. So right now we're trying to get to Kavia Gamma, and when I went to check on what I wanted to upgrade the colony for Fellstone because it finished one of its projects, this popped up at me. So I figured we'd start with this. Then there's a pirate fight that in the star system I'm at, then we'll continue jumping towards Kavia Gamma, or at least I'll try to. So starting off, High Fractum Generous Danrock. I bring woeful news, Lord Captain. Prelate Hecarius of the Order of the Hammer has passed away. I believe that was their leader. Immediately after the launch of Orbital Voxspire, he entered halls of recording and, having sat on the command throne, was granted a vision. For over 3 days, he preached about Saint Cognitus being reincarnated in the body made from the saint's own holy relics. The spiritual feat depleted his strength, and he peacefully departed for the Emperor's throne shortly after the sermon concluded. The Order's elders believe that this to be a sign that the Saint Cognitus's relics, currently stored on the planets throughout the Expanse, must be brought together. The Order is preparing for the election of a new prelate under whose guidance it will undertake the holy mission. The majority of the votes are divided between Prioress Luguna, who is known for her fervor, and the merciful Silar Tychon, whose the minority of the Order sees as the Oikonomos Nagamus, a humble and reasonable man, as their prelate. Does his death not strike you as odd? I'm afraid it does not. The esteemed Hyro Hecarius began his service as a battle missionary and has long grown weary of the peaceful life as befitting a man of his status. Okay. He yearned for a worthy spiritual feat, and when presented with a chance to serve as a voice of a saint, he gave what little strength remained. When he died, he was exhausted but content. So how does the Order intend to carry out the mission? They aim to procure all the relics that once belonged to the saint, and all that can possibly be procured. Given that the saint is a legendary figure, many items in the Koronus Expanse have allegedly connected to him. However, it seems unlikely that any of the relics' owners will be eager to part with them. The answer to the question of how is going to retrieve depending upon the identity of the next prelate. Okay, so tell me about these candidates. Prioress was converted by Hecarius on one of the heathen worlds. She then served as his bodyguard for many years, eventually became the protector of the Order's reliquary, and then the leader of the military branch. Brother Tychon, an aristocrat by birth, his excellent education, could have lived luxury had he not renounced his secular life for the sake of ascetic vows. He's intelligent, thoughtful, and well-read, and most importantly, genuinely merciful. I like him. Few things can be said about Nigmus. He has never been famous for his prowess in battle, nor his sermons, but the monastery has never wanted for anything on his watch. He's most reasonable and unobtrusive individual. And my companions, do you know any of them? I have sympathy for Prioress Luguna. Let her meet with Reverend Hynemius on footfall. He should accept her as a worthy leader. We should support her. Okay, I'm kind of surprised at that one. A careful and sensible Oikonomos sounds like a safer bet than a fanatic or a clever aristocrat. Voices say he has few paltry secrets, and those knowledgeable of the secrets guarantee us loyalty. Okay, Hydra. Brother Tychon. He and I have met back when he was called Tychon Drivestem. He was into monk back then. He was a grandson and heir to Urbend, governor of Dargonus, an honorable young man with a spark in his eyes. His ascension would mean much to the Drivestems. Hey, Hydra! Uncover some of his little secrets. I need an obedient prelate. Profit factor gain 2. The voices will tell me where to look. Good job. Oh, I just gained a lot of stuff. So -3 plasteel, -1 adamantine. But a lot of other stuff. Okay. Brother Nigmus has been chosen as the prelate of the Order of the Hammer. His careful policy is far more oriented towards satisfying the rogue trader than successfully collecting this Cognitus relics. Hydra's investigation uncovered no I can't word right now, but no bad crimes in his past, but it did reveal a few minor but less than virtuous faults. The new prelate will agree to anything to keep his secrets hidden. So complacency +2, profit factor +2. Oh, that's because of foul stone, okay. So, for rank 3... Oh no, this is the rank 2 thing? Oop, my bad. Colony management. So I took the High Throne. Then I get to take... And I already took Good Tidings. So that was my rank 2. Can I take another one of these rank 2 ones? That would be interesting. And then I can only do in Drusus's Footstep, which gets me the Accuser of Sin here. The charge ability deals an additional damage equal to 3 against... I'm kind of tempted to get this. To get this for Abelard. And this would also get me the 5 profit factor. Then we can go back for this other stuff. Thousands of believers are flocking to Foulstone in hope of serving their emperor. Their energy can be directed towards the colonization and conquest of new worlds, as commanded by St. Drusus. The construction of pilgrims' arcs will require enormous resources, but the wealth is nothing to the true believer. So, I mean, I have the plasteel, I have the provisions, I have the people, I have the reputation with the Navy, and then I can start working on this other stuff, and that gets me that Accuser of the Sin. And then I can get this other stuff later. For Janus, I think, yeah, Ultra Requiters is still being worked on. So let's go do these pirates and get my butt kicked again. Last time it was kind of bad because I was trying to take out a thing that was running away while dealing with pirates. I don't think it's going to be that bad this time.
Voidship will not be defeated.
Oh, 120 armor. Is that the only one though? Yeah. Okay. So let's go all in on them. So it's a Falchian class frigate. I have these medium range lance weapons dealing 34 damage.
Eviscerate them.
Why can I continuously shoot? Okay, so if I go right here,
The Imperium guide us.
I was hoping to be able to hit them. Oh, can I ram them? I'm a little to the side. If I go right here, I can hit them with the starboard cannon.
Let destruction go forth.
And that's going to hit them hard. I can't use Idira's ability. That's odd. Let's use Master Maneuvers here. And then I was hoping to be able to hit with the starboard cannon. Really? And no, I need to hit with the port side cannon. Which I could do if I did that. Okay.
Place on our path.
Missed with most of that. I'm very confused why I don't have Idira's ability there on the bar. I'll have to figure that one out. And I forgot to shoot my missiles out. So let's do this again.
Storm of macro cannons.
Dorsal cannons.
The incandescent beams scorch our enemies. Our gun batteries await your command.
And then new heading. Oh, it's just not showing me anything on cooldown. This is weird. So let's put the torps down here.
Their souls to the the void.
Okay, well,
Chart a course.
I don't think I can do much more. Plasma torps I thought would hit me there, but they totally whiffed me. Dorsals, take out the frigate. There we go. How does it have health left? Well, we can hit with portside cannons.
My enemies.
There we go.
The Von Valente.
That was actually kind of easy. I didn't take any damage. I got some scrap. I hit level 3. Ancient machinery, ancient core. Okay, let's go to upgrade. And try to figure out what the heck happened there. Because I do have the warp wave there. Like, that should have been a thing, shouldn't it? I want expeditious reload, because that is a thing for Argenta. Reloads all macro cannons that were fired in the acceleration phase. Yeah, let's do that. And then I get another ability. Or that's just a flagship post ability. Then I get to choose an advanced ability. Just trying to see here, like, are there differences between the two? Like, one list seems longer than the other, but I'm not seeing any different abilities, really. Okay. Yeah, that's weird. Now the ability's there. You'd think the Shield Master would get the Shield Pulse there, too. I guess I need to have that ability. And then if I have Master of whatever, like, technically I can get the Augury there, but also maybe I need someone with a better skill like this, and then I can get the vulnerability scan. And what does that technically do? Augurs to highlight weak points, all damage to weak point increased by 30%. Okay. So like I said, I wanted expeditious reload, and then let's take vulnerability scan then. So now the only post that doesn't have something is this, the Shield Master, which we'll get something for later. Oh, there's a planet they were guarding that has promethium. We kind of need promethium. So there's 5 with one of my extractiums. Cool. And then we can chart new routes. I didn't get any more Navigator's Insight, but Janus, new stage of development. So if I go to Adramat, I can probably go to Tenebris Equa. But I do have a thing here for dumped cargo, so I kind of want to go to the 100 Dreams, as stupid as that sounds. I'm wondering if I am kind of being timed on things, though. So maybe I leave that for when I want to go to the other world. So Janus. Your Lordship, there are alarming reports coming from Janus. A number of strange mutations have been spotted among the population in remote agri complexes. Aside from obvious disfigurement in the subsequent estrangement, these mutants, called wretches by the rest of the colonists, are coming together to practice a primitive form of religion involving ritual worship of the land. While they display no disobedience or hostility, their very existence is concerning. I gave the world to them. The Janus nobility humbly awaits your decision. What do we know about the wretches? The mutations cause loss of skin pigmentation and shedding of hair. Some have started developing translucent third eyes similar to that of reptiles. Similar third eyelid, my bad. Others have succumbed to progressively atrophy of a larynx, causing loss of human speech, and sometimes their tendons become denser and more elastic, providing increased endurance and load resistance. Isn't that a good thing for us? The wretches are commonly ostracized due to their grotesque appearance. They haven't been in too many cases of mob justice yet, but they will become commonplace after the mutations. Deformities become more obvious. The wretches tend to form groups with similarly affected people. Their average level of intellect is low. They all belong in the labor caste and commonly communicate among themselves using a primitive vernacular of their invention. As for barbaric religion, they are defying both soil and Janus itself. To them, working in agri-complexes is a form of worship. Who cares if it's doing work for us? Which has led to a positive impact on productivity. And what do my advisors have to say? I saw your agents picked recordings in the sign of these monkey leave behind their idols, and I cannot deny connection, though a pathetic and extremely abstract one, to the symbols of my people. Their guttural prayers echoes to the sound of the children of the Assyrian speech. The probability of them having come to such close contact with our civilization is non-existent, yet they are somehow connected. Protect these people, resettle them to distant abodes where they will not be harmed for their peculiarities, and watch someday the truth may be revealed. I kind of agree with that. The blessed sanction of this Imperium does not grace these mutants, nor does it declare their existence anathema. Should we sentence them without further study? There are mutants with whose those existence is fully sanctioned, such as Ogrins, Rattlings, Pariahs, Plaguers, Fenids, or Troths. Our library had many treatises on the genitor's craft. I could impart some of that knowledge to your servants, purely theoretical, of course. This mutation has not been properly studied and is missing from the catalog. I am not registering a basis for delaying commencement of immediate genetic purification. I recommend launching a thorough investigation into the genetic makeup of the forbidden strain. Yeah, I mean, all of them are more or less like, hey, they're not bad people. Resettle them into separate complexes. We will study them. I feel these monkey have been touched by something wondrous. Received item, Heart of the Nameless. Increases wielder's lore Xenos by 10. If the were has iconoclast, increases all skills by 10 instead. Okay. That's for me, of course. Or her. The mutants were resettled into a distant agri complex where their unorthodox appearance will not put them in danger of being massacred by the serfs. The mutants were put under surveillance. One of the watchmen spotted a mysterious relic in the hands of the groups of the wretches that turned out to be an item of Xeno origin. It is unlikely that the mutants understood the nature of the object they worshipped. Cool. Profit factor 2. We'll do this first, then we'll equip that thing. So I got 43. Nice. Profit factor. So a lot of stuff here is locked out, so I can only do a Science of Virtue or Cure for Sloth. So this would get me 3 profit factor, 25 reputation points as Terusian, 10 dogmatic, which I don't really care about, and 6 provisions or a Cure for Sloth, which is 10 heretical, which once again don't really care about, 2 efficiency, 2 complacency. And gains neurosuppressants for rabble. All allies gain plus 10 athletics and suffers 10 less toxic damage. That could actually be really good. Do I want that or do I want the profit factor? I kind of want the athletics. I kind of want the less toxic damage. But what does that lead me to? Are any of these, out of curiosity, must be completed? Dark Sages, I can't do that. Capella, Biologus, I can't do that. Oh, I see. Okay. I can't do this because I don't have Explorator's Reputation and Mechanism. I can't do this because I don't have Casa Bellica. I can't do this because I don't have Security and Fellowship with the Void. I can't do this because I don't have Giants and Mechanisms. But none of these say they lock each other out. And the Science of Virtue only says it needs the reputation with the Derusians, which I have. So let's do the Science of Virtue here. Get the profit factor and the provisions and stuff. Corruption on Janus originated with sophisticaries of the Unholy Scholars. Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso, a preacher of the cult of the Saints, is going to visit Janus to perform procedure of blessed elimination on agri complexes and demarcation on irregular systems instead of relying on advice of godless generators. You'll be guided by wise examples set in hagiographies of the saints, teachings of righteous scriptures, and pious sacred geometry of the blah blah blah. May faith triumph over sophistication of soulless metal. It doesn't say it locks anything else out, so I feel okay about doing this. Then I'm curious if I just jump to Agrathos, if I can then go to Adermat and then over here, if that'll like create more spaces. A Psyker has arrived. Your Lordship, Master Harriman succeeded in his escape and has arrived on board. He has almost completed the ritual of harmonization with the rest of the choir, which has given our voices greater strength and cohesion. We have made our preparation and are awaiting your arrival to start the ritual as soon as you give the order. So we'll do this system. We'll go and do that afterward. Because maybe we'll get something in here that'll help me. Because I have a feeling that's going to be a big thing. Oh, there's a huge asteroid belt. Let's go to the world. Begin scan. Dead world, nothing in it. 50 experience. Through the asteroid belt. Lord Captain, the augurs cannot determine who the ship we approach belongs to, but the telemetry clearly reveals it is an Imperium vessel. The hull is badly damaged, but there is an air in some of the chambers, which means they're hermetically sealed. What are your orders concerning the discovery? Send out orders to prepare troops for boarding. I will personally take part in the procedure. Oh, that thing is destroyed. We who walk down the same passageway in the same bays day after day, we who were born, live and die to the hum of the ship's machines, we who ever hunger for the smallest glimpse of another life, for the chance to see heroes who tirelessly fight for us, and for the glory of the Imperium. So let's have a tale about the Lord Captain. By the will of the God Emperor and the guardian of the commander of every good and honest soul upon this void ship, the time he boarded a vessel named the Fireborn. Wasn't this one we were looking for? Like a dead whale cast ashore by an inexorable advance. Like a dead whale cast ashore by the inexorable force of the swell, the wrecked vessel was a confronting sight for its unwanting visitors. Some bays still retained an atmosphere, but there was no life anywhere. The ship was dead, its machine spirits dissipated. In the darkness of space, it was just a husk left, and the rogue trader's crew were to become scavengers swarming the carcass of the fallen Leviathan. Our Lord Captain oversaw the expedition personally. He decided to, we got a tech use, we're going to use it, train the penetrating gaze of the augur rays on the damaged ship. The augur's keen eyes scanned the eerie vessel, identifying that the void ship was gravely damaged and was in the process of a final erosion. There was very little time to explore it. 3 sectors seemed the least damaged: the bridge, the middle crew deck, and the service bay. After exchanging a series of trills and warbles in the mysterious and ancient language, the tech priest responsible for the augurs reported to the Lord Captain that they had glimpsed signs of valuable components in the operation of the service bay. Lord Captain's next step was to have her Idira feel out a course, and a holy psycho she may be, but even souls as dark as hers submit to the will of the Lord Captain. With hostile eyes upon her, Idira sank into a trance. When she resurfaced, she reported that the ship had been victim of the warp. The bridge had suffered the worst of all. The section provoked the greatest anxiety and trepidation of the Psyker. The service bay was the least damaged section, though Idira spoke no particular interest. So, scouts. Lord Captain decided which of the 3 teams he would lead, and which of the 2 would be entrusted to the officers. Let it be known that the names of those honest people who stood before our rogue trader in that moment: the Tactern and grave young Ho Stone, whose word was as firm as his handshake; Captain Vesti, whose jokes will be remembered by everyone on decks 3 to 5; and Captain Matina, the senior officer of the 3rd unit, who known to many as Grey Matina. She had been leading units back when she was current crop of scouts. Okay. Oh, it tells me where everyone is going? Okay. I thought this was going to be a situation where I was going to have to lead or tell each person where to go. So, if the bridge is the worst, I'm going to the bridge. From here on, we will relate the events based on what we have learned from witnesses, the people who accompanied the Lord Captain on the tour of the dread ship. The shuttle started up, one after another, and dispersed, each heading for its selected target. An hour spent on the cutting through the hull and freezing vacuum of space, fussy boarding, and then finally a rogue trader stepped into the cold dark of the dead ship. The light of the torches revealed a sign in gloom, Fireborn. After a minute-long exchange with the Voxmaster, who quickly checked the archive, it was established that the dead vessel was the Captain Nova Von Dyne, registered at Kavia Gamma Port. But we have willpower here. Lord Captain summoned all of his willpower to not succumb to fear. Willpower succeeded. Where mortals would already be trembling and weeping, the rogue trader only gritted his teeth. Shrieks and moans could already be heard close by. The others were gripped by illusion too. Young Ho-sun, the unit captain, barked out orders, his team held back by their comrades, who had fallen victim to the uncanny terror, were already struggling to break free and run deeper into the cursed ship. A few minutes passed, and the unit, though scared senseless, was ready to continue. Sounds suddenly blared through the Vox, which was turned to the second unit's frequency. The words sounded muffled, though a person on the other end wasn't speaking directly into the Vox, but desperately pressing through the transmit button while occupied with something else. Never seen anything like it. It's beautiful. Hold on. Wait, is it moving? The words were cut off by a strangled wheeze, followed by static. Young Ho-sun suddenly listened to the transmission in the final rasp of a surprisingly calm expression, then pressed the Vox button. In a similarly calm voice, let loose a stream of Lord swearing, which centered on casting aspirations and his intellectual capabilities. Turning to the rogue trader, he remarked, "Apologies, Lord Captain. Vesti from the second unit is known for his pranks." "Crap. The Lord Captain's with you?" comes Vesti, his voice coming from the speakers, followed immediately by, "My sincere apologies, Your Lordship. I just wanted to spook the guys a little." Lord Captain resolved to show leniency and merely asked for a report on the progress. Captain Vesti reported that units foray far proceeded without incidents, mystical or otherwise. They had found no survivors on the cruise ship, or bodies for that matter. However, the unit had encountered a problem. The passage leading to the deck section with the arsenal and storage depot was seriously damaged, especially the power cables. Proceeding further could be dangerous. After consulting his officers, the Lord Captain issued new units for Vesti's unit. Vesti's units hurried off to carry out their orders, while the rogue trader and his team continued on. Got that logic check, alright. After spending several hours wandering down the dead passageways, Young Ho-sun's unit and the rogue trader reached the bridge of the Fireborn. The oppressive feeling had not dissipated. It was as though the bulkheads of the ship were steeped in the terror of the pain of the people who had vanished without a trace from those decks. On their way there, the unit had found no signs of a struggle or bodies of their crew, only that it served to deepen their unease. After examining the bridge, the scout unit discovered that the captain's principal cognitor was still functional. The final log entry was identified a damaged pic, recording that no one in the unit was eager to view proximity. The cognitor alone was unsettling enough. With each passing second remained on the bridge, was becoming more and more difficult. Willpower 100 took the risk and watched the entire recording. The recording contained a message from the Captain Nova Von Dyne. It was almost impossible to make anything out of the pic, only the captain's hand gripping the edge of the table and flashes of iridescent light. The captain was speaking crisply, almost calmly, but there was also a short, almost inaudible breath, exactly what the rogue trader's team had encountered when they had first boarded the ship. And it had seemed even that the sounds were coming from not the recording, but from the gloom-drenched corners of the bridge itself. Kavia Gamma has fallen. The Fireborn broke orbit under fire from an unknown enemy and left the system, said the captain on recording with the tone of an officer reporting for her superiors. "We have encountered pathological warp activity. The crew is reporting failures in the Geller field system. The ship is doomed. Whoever finds this recording, I ask you to hold a prayer service for our souls." They also ask you to take the family relics of the Van Dyne line from Cavia Gamma. The relics are stored. The captain then specified the location of the family vault, and the access code. The recording ended. There is nothing left to do on the curse deck. It's time to return to the shuttle. A message came in from the unit led by the seasoned, unflappable Gray Metina. The captain reported all the service bay sections and her team had already examined, found nothing of value. There were no bodies, there had been no incidents, the search was proceeding as normal. The unit was waiting for instructions from the captain. After distilling points from Matina's exhaustive reports, they listed areas that warranted more thorough search. After returning to the shuttle, they received reports about the Fireborn status. Tech Priest relentlessly pierced the wreckage with Auker's gaze and insisted on curtailing the operation as soon as they were possible. Fearing imminent destruction, there was also reports of 2 other units. Second unit succeeded in moving through danger zones and had returned to the shuttle with valuable payload taken from the dead ship stores. Gray's unit had explored the service bay without incident and not wasted any time, marked valuable components for later disassembly and transferred to the rogue trader's ship. The units assembled at the shuttles, and the Lord Captain gave the final order of this grim expedition. They wanted a prayer, we will give them a prayer. They did a great duty. Recite a memorial prayer to the Omnisci and honor the memory of Captain Von Dane and her crew. Last request of the fallen captain had been fulfilled. Improvised funeral began with a brief military salute. Rogue Trader himself recited a prayer for the souls of the Fireborn, just as any honest servant of the Emperor who has dedicated life to the voyaging through the darkness would, and honor their fellow and mourn their deaths. Time was up. The scouting party returned to the ship with one last look at the Fireborn, gave the order to fire upon the vessel. That which was born in fire should also perish in fire. So, what loot did we get? I'm confused. I thought we would get loot from that. Give me a second here. I might have messed up. I thought we were going to get loot there. And I may have screwed myself there. Nope, neither way I got anything, so whatever. And this way... I mean, it didn't say I got loot either way. I just wanted to double check that I didn't lose out on something. And the weird thing is when I went through to redo that, somehow I was running low on plasteel, or too low on plasteel to do in Drusus's footsteps, which is kind of weird. So anyway, I just wanted to double check on that. So let's scan these worlds. Nothing here but experience, which I mean is always good. This was cool looking. The rings. Giant rings on this planet's surface can be observed even from orbit. Examine them. It has emerged... That's a weird sentence. It has emerged from this planet that native species of giant insects similar to Terran ants. Just like ants, they sometimes form so-called death spirals in which one creature follows another without realizing they're going in circles. These were rings discovered by the ship's orbits. Strange phenomenon that was originally suspected to be a sign of warp activity or nefarious xenostructure turned out to be a quirk of nature, and a tragic one at that. Interesting. Swamp World? Continental with provisions. I'm not sure if I should be putting down an extractium here for just 3 provisions, considering I'm running low on a few other things. I can always come back, right? Okay, the Hulk. Augurs have detected wreckage in the void ship's vicinity, but to the exact nature of this wreckage remains unclear. Look up the source of the wreckage. Augur crew reports that it has registered no evidence of a disaster that could have produced such debris. Pick up stuff. Some of the wreckage is made of plasteel, the rest is made from unknown material. Studying fragments further is nigh impossible due to severe corrosive damage. The non-metallic fragments also burn bare marks. So why didn't I get plasteel if I picked up plasteel fragments? Or at least, like, get plasteel in my inventory. While I'm at it, I was gonna say we got this. Heart of the Nameless. So right now, I have plus 10 to awareness with the Auspex. But if I put this on, I just get a plus 10 to everything. So I'll give the Auspex to her. Because I'm iconoclast. So I get the plus 10 to all stats. That's really handy. Oh, wait, I was supposed to go to the voidship bridge. Let's chart the new routes first. That did not work as intended. Alrighty, let's go to the choir and do that thing. Because we know this is going to go well, right? I have a feeling that Idira is not going to be useful because of the warp stuff. So I'm going to trade her out for Cabela. Because the horrors from the... We're going into a situation where the warp is going to be, like, a big thing. And then we're just going to get hit by horrors from the warp a lot. I love this. I love this so much. Alright, hey Zachary. Lord Captain, do you still wish to perform the ritual? I do. Has he arrived? Master Harriman, assigned to this chapel upon your orders for purposes of performing the ritual, has almost finished preparations. Oh, there he is. Greetings, Miacidae von Valencius. I will be honored to serve my savior. A middle-aged psyker bows to you passionately. His plump face carries many marks of indulging all manner of vice. We are about to do something dangerous. Do you understand this? You saved me from a life of service that would have been 100 times worse than the cruelest of deaths. I am indebted to your lordship. If I have to lay down my life to repay that death, so be it. Alright, let's do this. He lets out a sigh. Well, you made this choice, Lord Captain. I almost wanted to have Idira do this and be his shield, but I figured that would not be the right choice. That looks interesting, to say the least. Worry not, Masterwise, for as long as I live, the barrier will hold. That's what I'm worried about. The temperature inside the chapel is dropping. Every breath turns into a cloud of vapor. The astropath's resonant voices blend together, following the pattern of the melody playing in the hall. Every now and then, muffled moans are heard coming from the throne of the junior astropaths. The Imperium is restless. Colors are darkening. No, they are beginning to boil. Your lordship, I sense strangeness. Non-minds. They do not seem human-like. How strange. They are akin to insects, parasites. I do not read them, and that is wrong. Look. A dark veil clouds your vision, only to be succeeded by a blinding light in the moment later. Will power succeed at a great whiteness? Is the ship with its multitude of minds which you are one. A shadow of nothingness winds its way across a blinding white. You hear the choirmaster's voice coming from a distance, but you cannot make out a single word. Your gaze slides among iridescent thread that has crossed nothingness. Something shining is towering behind it, a golden giant frozen in place like a statue. A sudden jolt of fear distracts you from that image. Your thoughts turn backwards towards nothingness and its kaleidoscope of absence. No color, no emotion, no thought. In its furthest depths, there is something crawling. Well then, avoid peering into it. Your resolve is firm. We succeeded, thankfully. Your resolve is firm. Your mind and soul unflinching. The nothingness has no power over you. Your eyes follow the thread towards the golden giant. It is not until you get close that you realize that the radiant image is a lie. The gilt flakes away, and the stately body that is twisted out of shape as its limbs grow extra joints, mutilating the marvelous figure. A beast fanged with a repulsive worm-like tongue turns to you, its eyes burning with nothingness, penetrating your soul. Thoughts, secrets, wishes, goals, nothing is spared as the abomination rummages inside you like a predator gutting its kill. The choirmaster's voice sounds inside your mind. I cannot see them. I cannot read their minds. I cannot see into their lair. I only see images, fragmented and sinister. Forgive me, Lord Captain, but we took their risk in vain. What are we dealing with? Some kind of defensive measure? Sorcery? Not sorcery, something else. I have never encountered minds like this before. Something about them is wrong. Finish the ritual. Yes, Lord Captain, I will now. I see you. You have been looking for me. The nothingness crackles and croaks. It assumes a vague shape. A man shriveled by age and infirmity. A man shriveled by age, his eyes alight with an alien purple flame. A blind man. What manner of abomination are you? I cannot sense you. You are not of the warp. What is your twisted nature? I cannot sense you either, but I know you. I heard you were going to seek me out. My ears are everywhere. I was ready. The warren voice is like a deep wail echoed by a throng of similar voices. Civilization and star clusters lie buried at the bottom of the being's pale eyes, which are aflame with hunger. Your mind feels cramped inside your skull and you can hear bones cracking. So this worked after all. No, this is not my ritual. This is his spell, an invasion of our minds. While I was seeking it with my power, it found us with its own, and I cannot stop it. I cannot force it out of its head. Oh. So even if I tell him to stop the ritual, it won't help. Stop your sides. I don't want to say attack, because then what happens if we hit the astropaths? No, stop your ritual, Zachary. See if that helps. I am trying. If it can influence me, you are my prey. Well, that's lovely. Oh. Did that cost us Zachary? What's going on here?
Your demise.
Protect the choirmaster. Okay. Looks like maybe ghosts are coming out of the portals. I was gonna say, there was one other thing that looks kind of interesting to me. Oh, cultists are coming up from elevators. I almost thought blood was on this thing, but no, that's just warp, making it look kind of bloody and rusted. So Thaddeus, Adeline. Oh, this is all of his previous people as ghosts. And then astropaths are here. We should be protecting them as well. There's 10 enemies. I want to see where the other people came up, though, because I saw people come up via elevator. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gotcha. Would I have a shot to them right there, I would. I'm going to put the main character here, hoping that he can run and shoot these barrels, exploding them. Pascal. I mean, we're going to have to run out in front of this thing to get hits on anyone, so we're just going to put people on the flanks here and hope for the best. And go with that. Alright, let's go. We want all the astropaths to live. Alright, so I'm gonna put her here. We have 5 AP. Why can I not use anything? Like, everything is grayed out. Well, I'm gonna attempt to use rear. And put that, like, right here. So I can use my abilities, they're just acting kind of weird right now. We're going to use front line right here to do extra damage on all these ghosts or whatever the heck they are. Either way, the main character has an extra shot right now. But what I'm wondering is if I can do Littlest Stare. I was hoping to hit more people with it. I can maybe hit them and explode the barrels, though. There we go. And then we can do Voice of Command on the main character. Bring it down.
I'm a navigator, not a servitor.
Do you not have a shot on anyone from here? I thought you'd at least be able to hit Antonius.
I won't waste my
Unfortunate.
time on that.
Well, that was a bit of a waste then. But I did get her skills fixed. Well, 1 out of 10 down. I don't know why it's even trying to give the astropaths a turn. Alright, we're gonna go here.
I find purpose.
These are all rank 4s. So we're gonna go at Savetta there. We'll analyze her.
I will not stoop to this.
I guess I can't go at her. I was hoping to hit an extra target. That's just a warp aberration. Okay. Yeah. Now we can take out Antonius then. So we're gonna analyze him.
One step closer.
Mark him as prey.
I will triumph.
Then if I do piercing shot, this is always a crit. That would get me down to 2 AP. I then can claim the bounty. Yeah, okay. So surefire plan.
Guides me.
Oh shoot, I did that too early. Non-damaging ability. I think this will go off on one of my attacks. Okay. Then piercing shot.
Beckons.
And we'll pop him.
I need light my master.
Did less than I thought it would.
Eyes.
And then he is slowed for 1 round. Movement reduced by 3. We will do... I could just crit again and then do that, but let's just claim the bounty on the guy over here. Because that takes him out and adds a little bit to momentum, I think.
This way! I can't stand it!
I thought that would have taken him out. I guess he has 5 health left. Owie. I am getting wrecked here.
That's my name.
Alright, Cabela. If we were to do Killing Edge on this guy, you have a 32% chance to hit. Okay. Where's his weak spot? Right in front of you? That works out. So, can we... do hemorrhage on him first of all?
I shall not fail.
And I was hoping that would make him bleed, but kind of surprised that ghost can bleed. Oh, we're at desperation stuff, huh? Anyway, normal hit on him. Oh, that makes it so we can't do Killing Edge. Whatever.
The shadows will see it done.
Then we'll do Blade Dance. He did get the... deflection from Endure, so we're kind of screwed on that standpoint. Didn't think I could do Blade Dance twice. Or, what I could do is, because I forgot about Raining Blood,
As honor ordains.
then we can do a
I
med kit
cannot
on her.
serve you in this way. I would that I could. No,
Oh, we can't do a med kit on her. Never mind.
I cannot serve you in this way. I would that I could.
What's with the actions? Like, they're not going away like they should be. We can do Death from Above, going to the back, hitting, maybe hitting there. And I suppose that's gonna be that. Alright, Argenta. Got a little bit of a plan here. Let's do Furious Recital.
Commands, I act.
I'm hoping to blow a hole in this guy, so let's do Concentrated Fire. This only takes 2 AP, so let's do Controlled Shot.
Deeds is worthless.
And then I can... they have dodge or something, right? 59 dodge. So if I do Confident Approach, this lowers their dodge.
I'll do it.
And I'll just get crit rate up on them.
Emperor's will.
Well, didn't hit Cabela at all.
This is unacceptable.
Then we can use Run and Gun. Get to about right here. Hit Thaddeus again.
Commands.
Shall reign.
And get more versatility. Now Wildfire only costs 2 AP. That guy's down.
I can't stand it.
Alright, we'll see how this goes. That one has a nice looking gun. Melt a Scorching. Oof. Abelard. So if I have you go right here, you can run into Antonius. So we're gonna charge that up. Oh, the parry. Defensive stance. Endure.
At your beck and call.
We're going to do the AoE attack here. Hit them both. Got one parry, but we hit the other. Brace for impact. And I think that's what we can do because we're at 0 AP.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
Yeah. Game's being very weird. I'm going to reset it after this. Pascal. Ideas. So first of all, obstruct soaring. Let's get the one with... Yeah. The one with the Melta to shoot the Warp Aberration. Or just do that. Then... Why are all these... I am so confused. Then we can do blinding strike, so these ones are blinded.
The order is contrary to dogmatic protocols.
And do a little bit of damage to them. I'm then gonna strafe from here all the way over here, hitting these three.
Activated.
Go, birdie, go. And then we're gonna Spirit Communion so Argenta has less recoil. Round 2, I'm assuming more is coming through the portals. And more is coming up this side. Alright, Cassia, you're not looking great at all. You have a trauma there, don't you? No, that's just Horrors of the Warp, okay. Where are you? Right there. So... we have one guy left over here, and 3 more just spawned over here. So, what if...
I'm afraid not.
we give Air of Authority to the main character, and then give him an extra turn again. I can hit things over here. So we're going to explode the cover, hoping to over-penetrate right here. Exploding all these barrels, yeah. Actually, let's just do it this way. Piercing shot to do that. Or no, then I couldn't do claim the bounty over there. So we'll just do a normal single shot. And how are they looking? Still got cover to hit. So I suppose claim the bounty. I was hoping to hit more cover there, but it doesn't look like we can. And let's take out the chapel guard over here.
I will triumph a blood-soaked tribute.
And that's what he can do there. If I bring her right here, I was hoping we could do a lidless stare without hitting anyone, but that doesn't look like a thing. I can do a glimpse of fate, but I can't hit Argenta. So let's just do... Yeah, let's do Glimpse of Fate on Abelard so he can actually hit. Voice to command him so he gets plus characteristics for 1 round.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
And then I'm actually going to move the front line to right here.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
I was hoping it would go a little bit more over, but then I'm going to kill zone stratagem this. That way if he hurts them enough, they just die. Oh, they ran out of it.
Don't touch me!
Astropaths, you okay? Alright, so let's mark Starvos here.
It's the very idea.
Suppose I need to move a little bit to do that. Yeah, we can go like right here and then I can hit everyone.
I won't waste my time on that.
Marking Starvos.
Guides me.
We are going to do Analyze Enemy to do a little extra damage to him. And then we're just going to pop him and hope that does enough damage. There we go. You're useless as a mentor. Oof. And then I have one more shot. It says I have 1 shot.
I will not stoop to
Well,
this.
fine, we'll reload. What is going on here?
I won't waste my time on that.
Like, it's one thing to have Horrors of the Warp, like, just going all the effects, but when that starts messing with the UI, or unless this is just a straight-up glitch, that's a little infuriating.
Damage is negligible.
Quick, quick!
Don't touch me! Protect
Oh.
the fallen.
Well, that's what I get for not being in cover. We're going to run right here,
Blades and shadows.
so I can hit these two
As honor
with
always-
Cabela. Adeline parried. Warp Aberration did not.
This goes against the tenets.
Then we can
The
hit the
shadows-
Aberration with Death Whisper, which I guess did not take it out. Lovely.
No. I would that I could.
I thought that would do enough. Medkit her?
Do you think my body was suffering?
Yes. Like, nothing here is working correctly. I could Blade Dance, but then there's a chance of hitting Pascal. Screw
Goes
it.
against the tenets.
Alright, Argenta. We're gonna want the guys up there down.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
So let's burst, taking out the one on the side, maybe hitting the cover. I was hoping that would take out the chapel guard right there. Should be able to revel in slaughter, shouldn't we? We've taken 2 targets out, yeah. I'll find Wildfire.
Commands I act.
And then take out this chapel guard.
Doubt is for the weak.
Who has 1 health left.
This way! I can't stand it!
This is going so wonkily. Like, I can hardly tell what actions are actually there and not. I'm gonna charge the one with Annie's there, the one with the Melta. They're down. I warned you that the ritual was a mistake. Then let's just attack the Adeline there. Defensive stance.
Someone else can do.
I'm actually gonna try to taunt here. And we'll get these, the Aberration and Antonius. I'm not sure that this shield skill is gonna help, but we're gonna do it. Alright, Pascal. Let's do soaring, because we can go from here. I was hoping to hit multiples, but I guess not. Does Blinding Strike hit just enemies or all? All adjacent enemies. Okay, so I can take out this Aberration, deal damage to Adeline, blinding her. So let's do Blinding Strike here. Almost took out Adeline. We are going to get okay. Why can't I use this? Oh, there we go. Obstruct Vision was in a different square. I'm going to use that on Savetta, who I think has a Melta. I need to move to be able to do that. Nope, I'm not going to be able to do that no matter what, but we still will get into cover. Obstruct Vision on Antonius.
Setting target parameters for tech familiar units.
Too bad he didn't hit the Warp Aberration. Then we're going to strafe from here. I was really hoping that would hit everyone, but that's not so. But we can maybe take out Antonius, Warp Aberration, and another Warp Aberration. It looks like we missed that one, but we took 2 out. And then I don't think we can do damage to the portals. So it's just a survive type deal. I would love to do Blinding Strike, but I can't do it again this turn. So can I do Plasma Overcharge, like right here? Sorry, Birdie, but we did take out 1 and hurt Sveta there. And then we'll analyze on... Actually, no, we'll just do Joint Analysis. That way everyone does a little bit more damage. Round 3, more stuff. But we've dealt with the bulk. Lady Navigator. How about Argenta? Extra stats there. Then we can do Air of Authority on her for extra action. And then bring it down on her. Don't really care about the versatility stacks right now. So we're just going... I think no matter what I hit because of my heavy bolter or holy bolter casing. So just single shot at Mad Chapel.
It's a prayer.
I have Confident Approach still on, right? Yeah. And then
This is unacceptable.
what I can do is Wildfire.
I'll do it. I refuse.
And try to hit... Oh, that damage went... Or the chance to hit them went down. I should have done this in the opposite order. Try to hit this guy right here. And we still hit him down. Hitting for a few 30s is nice. And then we have one more here. So what I'm going to do is actually move front line right here. So we have more armor there, we do more damage, and we're going to kill zone that. Before we move the Lady Navigator into better cover.
Is coming.
Good job. Was that it? We just had to beat all the named ones? Look at yourself. What have you become? Pathetic. They said we were destined for greatness. But what have you chosen to wallow in self-pity and lies? Oh, now Zachary Weiss.
Yet I knows the pain.
Well, the warp aberrations keep coming in at me. Alright, Cabela. We have a very good access to him. So let's do Blade Dance first. Well, only one parry. Death Whisper trying to bleed him as a just in case. So now he's bled for like 12, I think. Oh no, he has a bleed for 6 and then another bleed. I really wish these skills would go away after I used them. Then we'll just hit him again. You know what? I'll take the 35 hit on him. And then that's her turn. Our... we'll go here. If I do the heavy bolter... No, is it a better chance if I go here? Yeah, I have an 84 from there. So we'll do this.
Rejoice in battle.
And then what we'll do is controlled shot, concentrated fire, and then I have... I should do that in the opposite order. I'd get another shot, I think. Because this would go down to 1. I'll do that. Oh, and I also have a run and gun, but nonetheless. But single shot, auto hit,
The Emperor commands.
and then this should go down to 1 AP. But next attack, this turn to 0 AP, and not count towards the limit. Which I can then concentrated fire, controlled shot.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Less of a chance to hit, but it got me that extra shot. And we wrecked him. Still, with a less of a chance to hit. And now he is a Miacidae Sorrow Seeker, so another thing. You know what? Should I just do the Revel in Sorrow, Revel in Slaughter rather than run and gun and get an extra shot? Because I don't think I can do the shot again. Yeah, we'll Revel in Slaughter. Abelard, charge please.
It will be done.
Defensive stance. We are going to Taunting Scream. That way, you know, we taunt the thing. We'll Bulwark.
I will do my duty.
That way we get Deflection. And then we're going to Endure, just making him the ultimate tank. Pascal, you can deal with these two, right? If you shoot one, the bird can deal with the other. Obstruct vision.
Order is contrary to dogmatic protocols. Abide in the host of blessed creations of the Omnisire.
Then we can Blinding Strike on the Sorrow Seeker, maybe blinding it. Doesn't look like it.
Cogitation failed.
Joint Analysis. Analyze the enemy so that everyone does a little bit more damage. And then we can do Strafe. And then she goes. Cloud Mind. That was on Cassia. She, even though was taunted, she went out. I think the taunt failed. And went ahead and took out Kabila. Alright, well. This is getting interesting. Cassia.
If only that were possible.
First of all, let's do front line, so this is more damage here. Then take aim, so Argenta has more accuracy. And bring it down on Argy. So we only have 2 AP. What I could do is single shot Wildfire. That way I get the 2 attacks no matter what.
That is not the Emperor's will.
I mean, slightly less accuracy this way. And a decent chance to hit Abelard. I forgot about that because I can't do controlled shot. So we'll just do 2 single shots here.
Why I was chosen.
We'll do Glimpse of Fate on Argy though. Voice of Command on Pascal, upping his stats. I doubt this is going to help. But Killzone Stratagem, making them reroll any Imperium dodges in this area. And that's going to be that. Ooh, they crit on Abelard there. Alright, let's get to right here. Because then I have a pretty good actually, no, if I move to right here, I have a pretty good shot at them, right? I have a 95 with one of the things I did, so yeah. We'll go right there. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I thought that was going to move her, not end of the turn. Well. Defensive stance. Bulwark. Brace for impact. Endure.
I'd rather not.
Smacker.
Do my duty.
Pascal. Need to ending the warp aberrations. Obstruct vision on this one.
Abide in the host of blessed creations of the Messiah.
You know what I haven't tried is, could I get myself up with a medkit? I don't know. Anyway, machine spirit communication, just the recoil there. And then we will do blinding strike. A little bit of damage on the sorrow. And then we will do strafe. Go, birdie, go. Yeah, these things are just going to keep coming. That's fine, though. We're good. Cassia. Air of Authority on Abelard, because I want to try something kind of stupid. Glimpse of Fate on him as well.
Not a servitor.
And then bring it down on him. Nope, I can't do that. Wound requirement's not met. He is just downed. So, I can't get him up. Same with Cabela. Okay. Well, I tried. Let's see here. If I did Harsh Shove, would this knock her down?
Indeed.
It could have possibly. And, Endure. Block. Shield Bash. Not sure what she tried to do there. Oh, she missed as well with her other attack, and then I got to attack back with that because of defensive stance. Cool. Okay, already. We're going to do what we tried to do last time. And I failed to do. So if I move here.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in
I
my
can
heart.
single shot.
Faith without deeds. My Emperor.
Run and gun. Move here. Obliterate it.
As the Emperor commands.
And I think the portals are going to close. Yeah, well, why was there a chaos demon in the form of you? In the form of Slaanesh? The choir master awakens with a sharp breath. Lord Captain, we are still alive. Everyone is still alive, yes. The God Emperor has protected us this time. But curses, did I not warn you? The old man shakes his head. His pale fingers are clutching the Aquila adorning his belt. 840 experience. A moment of silence, then the word of prayer stemmed from his lips in a monotone, a quiet lament, a dirge for the departed, a bitter confession. Did anyone on your team die? When he continues speaking, his voice is full of strength. Yet we escaped disaster. The warp did not take our souls, and there are far fewer casualties this time. Master Harriman's assistance was instrumental. Your lordship, he was able to not only protect my mortal body, but skillfully blend the timbre of his psionic sound into the harmony of the chorale. I regret he was not at my side for the last rite. What in Throne's name just happened? That thing took the shape of an old man and attacked me. I do not know what it is, but it is neither human nor psyker. It is something else. It is a power foreign and inimical to me. It is a shadow that obscures the shine of the Imperium's chaotic energies. I was unable to read the abomination's thoughts, and it seemed to find me no less strange than how strange it was to me. Thus, it attacked, for any strangeness is a threat. It had clearly been warned that we would be performing a dangerous ritual, that we would be vulnerable, and so it thought to sabotage us by attacking my mind, and my mind almost got us killed. Those things seem to know you. The insidious spawn thrive on confounding one's reason. They donned the faces of those I once held dear, my apprentices, all whom perished the previous time I performed this ritual. They have haunted me ever since, in my dreams, in the warp, everywhere. The Imperium abominations who devoured their souls have been tormenting me with this shame and regret, and now they have come for my sanity as well. Awareness succeeded. When the Quarry Master speaks of his fallen students, there is a lingering pain in his voice. His words reflect more than just a terrible memory. They are heavy with bitterness of personal loss or guilt that eats away at his soul. So you still managed to discover the evil we are seeking. No, your lordship. The ritual proved incapable of extracting anything of value. The evil chose to reveal itself and attack. The enemy is confident and bold, and so it did not hide. It struck first, suspiciously brazen. So was that old man a mutant, the one we're looking for? I mean, that's grasping at straws, but it's the only option I have left to ask. Even if not, there is nothing more chilling we could have possibly found. An inhuman thing in human form, truly a sacrilege against the Emperor. Its mind is strange. It's like an insect or a parasite, but I saw images in the minds of those around it. Currents of energy, a blue glow clinging to metal. Could it be the plasma drive chambers? This is where I would start searching for signs of corruption, and a worm tormenting a star. He touches his cheek, which is smeared with blood that is trickling from under his blindfold. He uses blood to sketch a perfunctory image. Many beams start with a fat, fanged creature coiled in front of it, resembling either a larva or a serpent. Okay. The longer you listen to Weiss, the more convinced you become that the warp manifestation was not caused by the conniving of ruinous powers, but effort made to discover an incredibly alien mind. Such an unnatural mind could belong to a dangerous Xenos. Are you familiar with the symbol? No, it could be an emblem or of some cult on the ship, but I seldom leave the chapel and have never come across it before. Well, I'm going myself. We sacrificed some of the soundness of our mind to the Imperium today. I hope it was not in vain and will help your lordship. I cannot believe we survived this. Yeah, kind of me too after what just happened. But Weiss slowly unclenches his hand, and a cloud of frost rises from it, revealing his Aquila now bound in purple psychic ice. He whispers, "The Imperium has touched it, the holy symbol of the protector of mankind." He pauses and adds in a gloomy voice, "I do not know if this is a symbol of our victory over the horrors of the warp, a trophy claimed in battle, or a grim portent left by the wicked spawn of the Sea of Souls." Well, let's take it as a symbol of victory, and a symbol of faith. Anything of the Imperium is usually a good omen. I'll wear it. Nothing can shake your lordship's spirit. May this Aquila bring you good fortune. I will have a new one delivered to me immediately. He looks at the Aquila with sorrow. If only everything that the Imperium takes away from us was so easy to replace. So ice-covered Aquila. That actually looks kind of cool. Whenever the wearer suffers a critical hit, the attacker immediately suffers 9 damage. Cool. An excellent battle, your lordship. An excellent battle, your lordship. Though even the warp's apparitions are no match for you. And then just casually walks away. I'm assuming we didn't get anything from that, like other than the Aquila there. Okay. Yeah, no loot. Okay. So where is this? This would go over the target designator. Yeah, this would be fun to put on Abelard. Yeah, let's put that over his ring, because then if they critical hit him, they take damage as well. And we can do a level real quick, which talent and skill. So I think I'm going to take claim and maim from my main character. If I've claim the bounty, which is my like secondary non as damaging attack, kills an enemy, the bounty hunter's next attack this turn will always score a critical hit. And I have multiple ways of getting myself extra attacks, or like if I just use that on a target that doesn't have as much health, then do my main attack, I do a critical hit. So a lot of ways of getting critical hit. And then we're gonna go with awareness, which I have 110 in, so cool. Pascal. Talent. There was one I was very interested in. So I think for now I want sharpened talons. So the Cyber Eagle's attacks just do 6 more base damage, and if I'm using 3 attacks a turn, that's 18 damage. And I'm sure this, yeah, Familiar's agility, so that's going to go up. So we'll take sharpened talons. Abelard. Talent and common talent. I respect him recently, so he lost Enduring Shield. I want this back. So when he has at least 1 temporary wound, which we get from Endure, he gains 13 parry and armor. And then for his common, I'm going to take just straight strength, so he does more damage. I'm kind of interested in taking his power armor proficiency. I've not seen power armor yet, but I think I'm going to hold off on that. Maybe, I mean, I suppose the only other thing I want here is that strength, and maybe the Koronus and athletics. So maybe we take power armor proficiency as a just in case, just to see, like, he can wear power armor when I get it. And if I don't like the power armor when I do find it, because I'm not sure what the power armor is going to be, I respec him out of it. But it has a prerequisite of strength 45, so like, not many people are going to be able to do that. It's just going to be him and Argenta who can wear power armors. Speaking of which, RG, demolition please. I think I'm going to take critical versatility here, because Militant gains 5 plus number of versatility stacks, and she had 10 there. So that would have been 15% damage to critical damage, which would have been pretty nice, and that's kept when using cautious or confident approach, which means that she would have had plus 15% critical damage when always dealing extra critical damage. That would have been huge. Cassia. We need your persuasion, yeah? I also have commerce on her, but let's do persuasion. And then let's take the fire at will. I have a feeling this will save me a lot of AP in the end. If there are no enemies in the backline area, which is the one that I used to get the plus crit. First attack made in the turn by every ally will cost 1 AP less. Be really helpful. Cabela gets a talent. Oh yeah, this sounds good. Deadly calculation for every 10 damage dealt by the assassin's attack. That attack also deals plus 1 direct damage to the same target, so essentially I deal an additional 10% damage to the target, is how I take that. And we'll go from there. That sounds good. And then we have a new place to go on the ship to go
Powers unseen uncover my
look for, essentially. Plasma drive chambers, but I'm going to leave that one for next time. Get the traumas off by going to the voidship bridge, and we'll pick up from there next time. So I suppose that'll be it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, and otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I will see you next time, and please have a good one.